Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another video for you today. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about OLO, a new company I've added to my portfolio. I've announced that 2 days ago, I think, on Twitter. It's a great company, in my opinion. This is the Shopify or ROKU for restaurants. So I'm going to explain everything you need to know in this video about this great company. Maybe at the end of this video, you would like to add this company to your portfolio as well. If you have it in your portfolio already, leave it down in the comments below. But in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know and everything that convinced me to buy OLO and put it in my portfolio. But before I do so, I just want to thank everyone that has been subscribing lately. We're on our way to 15,000 subscribers. But if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, leave an early thumbs up as it really helps me outgrow the channel and get my videos out there. I would also like to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. The Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Full offers. Through the Motley Fool's stock advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's get on with the video. So let me first explain in short what OLO is doing. By the way, OLO stands for online ordering. So OLO, just like Shopify, for example, Shopify took physical business and put it in the e-commerce universe, or people that wanted to start a business but did not want to open a physical store could start that business online through Shopify. Now OLO does a bit of the same, but maybe takes more of that physical aspect and digitalizes that. So let's say you have a restaurant, but you have no online presence. OLO helps with that. Everything is done in the background. It's not really consumer facing, so it's not like they're competing with the likes of Grub or UberEats or whatnot. But we're going to talk about that a bit later. So before I jump into what OLO's actually offering, their products, let's look at some key numbers. So it was founded in 2005, HQ in New York City. Right now there are 64,000 restaurants that are using OLO's technology, 400 brands. They are at 1.8 million orders per day and their GMV is at $14.6 billion. We're going to see how well they performed over the years, even before the pandemic. A bit later, they're at 94% year-over-year revenue growth. They have over 120% net revenue retention, 81% gross margin, 16% operating margin as well. And if you want to know who's working with OLO, you can see it right here. Basically guys like Five Guys, Shake Shack, Applebee's, Cheesecake Factory, Jamba, and many more. They've also reached 1 billion orders as of last year. And as you will see on the graph, that growth is pretty aggressive. Now you might ask yourself, all right, cool business, but what's the big opportunity here? Because restaurant business we know is pretty risky, maybe small margins as we've seen with UberEats and all the other competitors. But here's the opportunity taken from their S1 filing. So the $1.6 trillion food industry is one of the largest consumer markets in the United States. According to the National Restaurant Association, restaurants accounted for $863 billion of that spent in 2019, surpassing grocery in aggregate consumer spending, before dropping to a $659 billion in 2020 as a result of the pandemic. However, consumer spending on restaurants is expected to rebound to $1.1 trillion by 2024, according to analysis by the Fredonia Group. So like many other companies that have enjoyed aggressive growth during the pandemic, yes, maybe the growth in the next coming years will slow down, but growing at 90% year over year, going from that 90% to maybe 50 or 60% is still not that bad of a growth year over year. Same goes with many other companies. For example, DocuSign, a lot of people think after the pandemic, why should this company continue to grow? Well, let me ask you this. Do you think your bank or your accountant, your lawyer, whatever, will let you sign things on paper, send it by fax, by phone, by mail, whatever? Or will they prefer to send you a digital copy and you sign it digitally? And the same thing goes for OLO. Restaurant owners notice that they need to have a digital presence. Not only that, but it actually helps their business heavily. And this is where their 3 products, their modules comes in. So they've got 3 main ones: ordering, dispatch, and rails. So for ordering, it's a fully integrated white label on-demand e-commerce solution enabling customers to order directly from and pay restaurants via mobile, web, kiosk, voice, and other digital channels. Obviously, if you don't have any digital presence, you will probably miss out on a lot of potential customers. And the second one is Dispatch, a fulfillment solution enabling restaurants to offer, manage, and expand direct delivery while optimizing price, timing, and service quality. So basically, it picks from an X amount of delivery providers in that area and or in-house couriers if they are available. It's all based on pricing and timing because they want the food to get to you as fast as possible. And third one, which is Rails, an aggregator and channel management solution allowing restaurants to control and syndicate menu, pricing, location data, and availability while directly integrating and optimizing orders from third parties into the restaurant's point of sales or POS systems. So instead of having one menu for all your restaurants in all locations, or maybe this burger is only available for that location, but since you don't have the system in the backend to optimize all of that, now with Rails, with OLO, you can actually manage each and every restaurant, each and every location, and be very, very specific, basically personalizing every menu for every location. Now they also have two other products that are a bit smaller. So one is called Network, the other is called Switchboard. So for Network, it allows brands to take orders from non-marketplace digital channels, including Google Food Ordering, which enables restaurants to fulfill orders directly through Google Search and Maps. For Switchboard, it's basically phone-in ordering platforms that allows restaurants and third-party call centers to accept mealtime and catering orders for pickup or delivery. The Switchboard software then sends these orders to the POS at a specific given restaurant. And the last product, which is actually their newest one, which is basically Serve, Table Service 2.0. So yes, after the pandemic, after things will go back to normal, let's say, there are still a lot of people that would like to come, pick up their food and leave. But what about those people that like to eat on premises? So that's where Serve comes in. Basically now with menus, you have to wait until a waiter comes to your table, gives you the menu, lets you decide, etc. But now with QR codes, you come, you scan that QR code, you order, that order goes directly to the kitchen, etc. No waiting times. You can actually do that even before you enter the restaurant, so they know exactly what you want. You don't waste time. The waiter or waitress knows exactly where the food needs to go, to which table, etc. So everything goes a bit faster. You don't disturb the ones that need to pick up their food or the ones that are actually waiting in the restaurant. So everything is here meant to accelerate their business and in the same time not disturb the consumer. Right, so now that you know what they offer, how do they actually make money? So we'll go again to the S1 filing. Basically, they refer their business model as a transactional SaaS model, as it includes both subscription and transaction-based revenue streams. And we designed it to align with our customer success. Our model allows our customers to forego the cost of building, maintaining, and securing their own digital ordering and delivery platforms, and to retain direct relationships with their customers while maximizing profitability. They continue by saying, we charge our customers a fixed monthly subscription fee per restaurant location for access to our ordering module. In addition, a growing portion of our customer purchase an allotment of monthly orders for a fixed monthly fee and pay us an additional fee for each access order, which we also consider to be subscription revenue. I think Twilio does the same, but correct me if I'm wrong. Our transaction revenue includes revenue generated from our Rails and Dispatch modules. Customers who subscribe to our Rails and Dispatch module pay a fee on a transaction basis. By the way, at the end of 2020, 71% of their customers used all three of their modules. So why is this model actually great? Because, well, like I said, I think Twilio does the same. They are actually growing with their customers. They can start small, but since it's transaction based, if the business does well, so will OLO. If the business is growing and opening new and better and maybe bigger location, OLO will gain from that as well. And in my opinion, this is a great way to maybe learn from their customers and grow with your customers. So now let's talk a bit about the competition, because maybe the most common question is, how will they compete with people like Grub, UberEats, Delivery.com, Fresh Direct, etc.? So here comes the comparison to Roku. So just like Roku does not directly compete with the likes of Netflix, Prime, etc. at the beginning. Right now, if they are releasing their own content, maybe yes. But with OLO, those companies are actually partnering up with OLO to work with them and with the restaurants. They're not a consumer-facing brand. But yes, there are other competitors out there, other companies that offer the same service as OLO. Maybe Square does a bit of the same with their own POS system for the restaurants. So yes, there is competition, but as we will see right now, they've been doing pretty well even before the pandemic. So as you can see here, in 2013, they surpassed 50 million in GMV and expanded their executive leadership team. By the way, on the board, there are some pretty big names, such as Russell Jones, former Shopify CFO, Daniel Mayer, Shake Shack founder. In 2014, they surpassed 100 million in GMV, so they doubled during that year. 2015, they launched Dispatch. 2016, they surpassed $500 million in GMV, so 5x since 2014 in just 2 years. In 2017, they launched Rails and again doubled that GMV. 2018 doubled again, 19 more than doubled, and then 2020 obviously almost 4x that GMV. They reached nearly $14.6 billion in GMV. So they've been doing quite well even before the pandemic, like a lot of other companies actually. The pandemic just accelerated a lot of those companies' roadmaps by a couple of years. That does not mean that growth will stop. No, maybe growth will be less in the next coming years, but hey, even going from 90% growth year over year to maybe 50, 60 or 70% is pretty good. So to conclude, I find this business really amazing. That's one of the reasons why it actually had a place in my portfolio, because most of you know my portfolio is pretty stacked right now, but OLO just had to be there. Again, very small position, around 1% right now. If it goes down like the market, I will keep on adding. If not, I will just dollar cost average in the future. I think growth in this company will continue. I do think they will be releasing more and more modules in the future. Maybe they will not only be that back-end facing program for restaurants. Maybe they'll go into other industries in the future. Who knows? But in my opinion, the future looks bright for that company. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about OLO. Have you ever heard of that company? Do you actually hold it? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.